Jim Grieshaber, UFC Bantamweight. Frankie Saenz back with you in South Bend, Indiana at the Century Center. The California Krakens 11, the Indiana Immortals 3, the 2017 Elite Amateur Fight League National Championship. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape and meet the fighters, brought to you by Neuroforce One, the evolution of human performance.
I'm Steve Mulligan. I train out of Temecula, California at Team Quest. As a Marine, I served 3 tours. One was a combat tour to Iraq, so I've been combat tested and also tested in the cage. You can expect to see my hard work and dedication displayed out there in the ring. Team Indiana, be prepared, because Team California is the best in the business.
I'm Bradley Showboat Glover. I train with the Bulldog Fight Team. My coach is Todd Brown, a UFC veteran. Steve Mulligan, I hope you do your thing, because I'm gonna do my thing. Indiana's no joke. We're down to bang, and if you're not, you're gonna go home sorry. So, good luck. You're gonna need it.
The California Krakens 11, the Indiana Immortals 3, the 2017 Elite Amateur Fight League National Championship. We move on to the lightweight division. Steve Mulligan, the Marine, against Bradley Showboat Glover. Mulligan, Team California in the blue trunks, Glover in the white for Indiana. And if there's anybody on California's team who could switch sides and be on Indiana, Frankie, it's Mulligan. He's a grinder. He's great on top. They're working on polishing his striking, but he is a guy who likes to come in and brawl and damage his opponents, and so does Bradley Showboat Glover, true to the nature of his team. So this should be an all-out war in there, just a battle between Mulligan, a Marine, a military guy, a very tough fighter, and the same thing with Glover.
Yeah, you know, Glover's one of those guys that just likes to stand up and bang. You know, likes to trade. You know, Mulligan, definitely more of an accomplished grappler. You know, both landing knees, both trading knees right here in the clinch.
Very tough fight so far. Todd Brown telling us Indiana's Glover usually gets knocked down in every fight, but will always get back up and finish it. Very entertaining fighter. Won't take people down unless he has to. So quite a difference from the last 2 fights that we've seen with Farrar against John Kim and Ishmael against Josh Kim. Ooh. Mulligan trying to sling him down. Glover does a good job, but then can't avoid Mulligan taking top position. And that's not a good spot for Glover to be in. Sam Alvey, California's coach and UFC fighter, telling us before the fights that he's smothering and damaging from top position. And look at him, he has him smothered here. Very, very dangerous time in this fight right now for Bradley Glover.
Yeah, he's real good with the transitions. You know, transition right to full mount. You know, has his back here. Let's see if he settles back and stretches him out. You know, secure the position. Secure the position is what my coach always preaches.
Mulligan looking to do just that right now. He's got those legs locked in. We can't see the neck from where we are. Mulligan now sliding over, working those hips.
Yeah, he's looking to try to get this rear naked choke here. Not doing a good job of controlling his wrists. He really needs to control those wrists, get those hands down so he can attack that neck.
Referee right on top of the action. Mulligan can't get that arm sunk in. There it is. He's got it now. Yeah, completely locked in. The legs are locked. The wrist is locked. Squeezing underneath that chin. And it's not just the breath. It's the blood that goes to your head and makes you lightheaded. It's 2 things that happen when you get choked. As Glover able to survive that, there's blood coming out of his right eye now. Mulligan continuing to maul him from the back, just the way his coach Sam Alvey told us he likes to do.
Yeah, Glover's real good about controlling the hands. You know, you can't get a choke without your hands. You know, so he's in there, he's fighting the hands, he's fighting for hand control. He's getting beat up here a little bit, but, you know, not too much damage. You know, good job with the defense, you know, from getting his back taken. He was in a really bad spot there. I thought he was going to be over. I thought the fight was going to be over there, but he did a real good job of just grabbing those hands, controlling it, getting away, getting free, surviving the round.
The Marine Steve Mulligan, he's obviously very tough. He's a military dude and a very, very, very accomplished individual on that end. And then, of course, Bradley Glover, he says, hey, I'm out for blood. I'm mean. I want to hurt people. I'm coming at you with the action until you break. And Glover, again, with his coach Todd Brown telling us he's been dropped at least once in almost every one of his fights, as Mulligan hits him with a left and Glover counters with a right. Mulligan getting in tight on Glover again as they struggle for control, and Glover's going to end up with the advantage there. So strong is Mulligan, but Glover's no stranger to taking some punishment and coming right back and using that gas tank and that toughness in that chin to stay in fights until he has an opportunity to win them.
Yeah, he's in on a single right now, up against the fence. He's really trying to get him away from the fence to finish that single.
Mulligan working hard up against that cage on Glover. They're
nice
right in
back
front of
take.
us. Takes his back.
Nice, and this is where Mulligan's comfortable. He's here, he's gonna ride him out. He's gonna try to keep pressure on top of him, and he's gonna wear him out. He really wants to wear Glover out here. You know, up against the fence.
Couple big shots from Mulligan. Glover doesn't appear to be hurt. Mulligan again shooting right in, pins him against that cage. Very similar style for Mulligan as we saw from Indiana's Farrar and Ishmael against the Kim brothers earlier.
Yeah, what Mulligan has to do is you have to get those hands locked. Well, he was trying to get that double leg right now. He was trying to lock those hands. Now he's back on a single. Good job defending.
Yeah, great takedown defense by Glover. Mulligan still has that. Now he's going for a double again.
You know, one of the things Alvy was telling us is Mulligan's.
There it is.
Nice takedown. Oh, Mulligan's just trying to get more comfortable on his feet. You know, his biggest thing is he's always rushing to get takedowns. He's trying to get comfortable on his feet, but it's hard in a fight like this. They're going at it.
Alvy said he's one of the toughest dudes you'll ever meet. Glover, same thing from Todd Brown. This is a pivotal fight, though, for Indiana. You don't want to lose this one. You're already down 11-3, and only 2 fights remaining after this, so a huge fight here for Glover. Indiana, after that great win by Ricky Farrar to pull within 1 over John Kim. Josh Kim came back, got the finish, and made it 11-3, and now this becomes a huge, huge fight for Indiana and Glover, and so far it's been all Steve the Marine Mulligan of California as we're about halfway through round number 2.
Yeah, he's got a real nice single transition to that back take. You know, he's got it a couple times now where he's climbed up on Glover's back.
Oh, nice job there. Mulligan hanging on, looking to sink in that choke once again.
You know, and right back in that same position. You know, Glover's doing a good job of controlling his hands.
Unable to sink in the rear naked this time. But another very impressive round for Steve the Marine Mulligan of California. 2 in the books here in South Bend. And Bradley Showboat Glover for Indiana's got some work to do in that 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, I got a 2-0. Glover's going to have to come out and really get those hands going if he wants to get this win for Indiana.
I could see Sam Alvey's lips saying, strike more strikes. You know, he's doing great in every other element, and for Glover, he needs to get that hand game going. And if you're looking at conditioning, both these guys in great shape. Mulligan did a lot of running and swimming, he said, to prepare for this fight. A little bit unorthodox, but those 2 things great for cardio. And meanwhile, a big kick to the midsection, and now one to the inner thigh. Glover coming out and throwing those legs, Frankie.
Yeah, what I'm noticing about Mulligan is when he gets in those strikes, he drops his hands. You know, he's in on a single here. Let's see if he can change this into a double here.
Sam Alvey yelling out double.
You know, he's gonna
Ate a couple shots there.
Yeah, he's gonna go right to that back take again. Let's see, he's real good with that single. He floats to that side, and he'll get your back.
Tom Galicchio in that corner with Alvey, also a UFC fighter, telling him to hit the body. And Brown on the other side is telling Glover to disengage and back off that cage. And that's what they do here. They stand back up. Mulligan's got a little bit of blood coming out of the nose now. Round 3. Both guys tired. Big fight. National championship. So much on the line. Steve Mulligan and Bradley Glover. Oh, nice left from Glover. Mulligan misses with a left and lands a right. Glover's going to win these exchanges on the feet. Another big kick and a right hand to follow it. Bradley Glover, with more offense than we've seen from him throughout this entire fight, really has Mulligan hurt here, Frankie.
Yeah, some nice exchanges. Nice exchanges there. I mean, these guys got to be careful. Both these guys got their hands down. We need to pick those hands up. We don't want to see someone making a mistake here.
Mulligan looks wobbly and a little slower now. Oh, another big shot, left and a right from Glover. Mulligan's got to get this takedown. On the feet, he's clearly losing exchanges to Glover.
You know, and this is a perfect example. Just see who wants it more. You know, if Glover wants it, he needs to get his butt off the fence and he needs to get to work. And Mulligan's going to try for that takedown, finish the fight.
Almost got the double. Good defense there from Glover, who's hit him with some pretty good shots in the face from this position here. And Mulligan now protecting that face and still goes for another double, can't get it.
Glover's got to get his back off the fence. He's got to move. He's got to transition. He's got to get this underhook on this side with his left arm, and he's got to turn Mulligan to the fence.
You can see his face. He's exhausted as Mulligan now works the single. But this is where he opens himself up to these shots. And now they're back on the feet. Not a lot of time left in this fight. Mulligan getting tagged 2 or 3 times in a row now by Glover, who keeps coming forward at him. Glover clearly winning this round with big exchanges on the feet. Big knee to the midsection as well. And that's going to do it.
Nice exchanges in that third round.
Very good job by Bradley Glover, showing that toughness, resilience, and that heart. But will it be enough to get a decision victory? We had the first couple of rounds for Mulligan, so it doesn't look like Glover would have been able to do enough there. He would have had to get the finish in the third round. He came close a couple of times, Frankie. Rocked him with a couple of combos, knees to the midsection. Really good striking and big shots from Glover in that third round. But Mulligan's so tough with that chin and able to hang in there and still fight for those takedowns. And just a really, really great amateur fight at 155 pounds put in tonight by Steve the Marine Mulligan and Bradley Showboat Glover.
And after those 3 rounds, the judges have scored this a unanimous decision, 29-28, for Steve the Marine Mulligan, red corner.
Frankie, just like we thought, Steve Mulligan with the victory for Team California becomes the 155-pound national champ.